And then if all of this stuff isn't bad enough, Biden pretty much has a breakdown when he's asked a simple question.
I'm asking you a question. Is that accurate, the best of your knowledge? What?
I don't think that the issue that, do you think that people have an issue with?
Where are your nuts, man? You look like a kid who's pouting because mommy took away his ice cream cone. Whoever's in the shadows actually making the calls, because it is ever so apparent at this point, why don't you come on out? Be an American. Have some balls. We see the writing on the wall. We are not as stupid as you think we are. I just want to start off this video by saying that I am praying for all of our troops in Afghanistan, all of our citizens in Afghanistan, everybody who's helped us in Afghanistan. And I just want to say, if I had the means, I would be throwing a plate carrier on right now and heading out there to help y'all. What's going on in Afghanistan is no surprise to anyone. Our people were sitting ducks. It is a complete outrage that we have even had one U.S. citizen or service member die. But for me, I have noticed some things over the past couple of days leading up to this, and then what Biden said after this, that makes it very obvious and is pretty much proof that he is not in charge. There is somebody in the shadows behind the curtain making the calls. That being said, I want to start off this episode with a question. I'm really curious as to what y'all think, so put your answer in the comments. If you're the president of the United States and there is somebody in your White House that thinks that they know better than you, to the point where they keep undermining you, do you keep them there? Do you fire them? Or is it your choice? The reason why I'm even bringing this up is because obviously Biden is not there mentally. He has laughed several times at this situation in Afghanistan when he's been asked by reporters questions.
Because the United States is now negotiating with the Taliban over airport access and such, do you now trust them? And then a question on the public response. A new poll out.
A sane and mentally fit person does not laugh in a situation like that. I mean, he's addressing a pissed off nation, and he's giggling during it. He's being asked, if we don't get all of the Americans out, what are you going to do? What's going to be your first step? And he starts giggling and looks like he's about to give an answer. And then the audio cuts out.
If Americans are still in Afghanistan after this time, what would you do? Sir, what would we do if Americans are still there after the deadline?
Now, like I said, how we started this episode, if somebody is cutting your audio off in the White House and you're the president, I know what I would do. I would probably stop the whole press conference and say, who's the jackass who just turned off my audio? Get out, somebody turn it back on. I wasn't done. But over the couple of times that it's happened now, Joe just sits there like, okay. Well, yeah, I'm done. Does the White House think that we're not seeing this? In my opinion, there is no way in hell that Sleepy Joe is making any decisions. I think he's the face or the one chosen. One does not cut off the president's audio. I don't care if he's literally talking about, yeah, we have UFOs that are in the White House right now, and, you know, Pelosi just made out with an alien. I don't care if that's what it is. Nobody in the White House outranks the president. But his audio's getting cut off, and he just seems like, okay, that's what we're doing. I mean, another point on this is the U.S. has always been very strong in not negotiating with terrorists. That's what we've been doing. A CIA director met with the Taliban secretly. Obviously, we know that you met with the Taliban to negotiate. There would be no other reason why, at this point, these are people who have killed countless Americans. And they are in charge. I mean, the Secretary of State straight up said it. The Taliban is in charge.
Someone in our audience might listen to you, Mr. Secretary, and say, oh, so we have to ask the Taliban for permission for American citizens to leave. True or not true?
They are in control of Kabul. That is the reality. That's the reality that we have to deal with.
And then this is a huge mistake in itself by Biden. He says this when he's making his address to the nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, they gave me a list here. The first person I was instructed to call on was...
Got it. So you have admitted you are not in charge. You're taking instructions from somebody. We demand answers. We want to know who is giving you instructions. I mean, it has been very clear from the beginning of Sleepy Joe's day in office that there has been a plan that has been so outlandish, it's not even funny. I mean, there is no way to justify the calls that are being made. I mean, at this point, the decisions that are being made by whoever is making them are sure as hell making it look like they want to just destroy America to the point where all of us are just living off our own government. But we all know what that means. We'll be no better than North Korea. Here's what really boils my skin. Everybody in our government, they are just like you and me. They're supposed to be elected by the people, which means that they work for us. We make the calls. They just input them. But now you've got places like Oregon that are requiring people to wear a mask outside, no matter if you got the shot or not. That's just plain God. They think they know better than us because they have fact checkers that are paid for by Facebook. All I have to say is, I don't care how many degrees you have. I don't care where you went to school. I don't care who your mom or your dad is. I don't care who you know behind the curtains or who you slept with behind the curtains to get the job you're in now. Who is behind the curtain saying, Joe, you can't say this, or hey, Joe, we're going to cut your audio off and you just have to smile and deal with it. Because you, along with Joe, along with Kamala, along with Pelosi, should all be removed. God bless all of our troops out there. God bless all the Americans that we have out there and everybody who has helped us out there.